wasting little time going right after Jade and secure.
The show began with a bright and intense segment when reigning champion Tiffany Stratton entered the ring. She looked more than displeased and immediately unleashed her emotions on the audience. Tiffany spoke about a recent incident when Jade Cargill attacked her on a previous show. She stressed that such an approach is unacceptable for a champion and that her actions are extremely disrespectful. Tiffany's words were answered by Jade Cargill herself, who entered the ring with a self-confident grin. She stated that Tiffany deserved to be attacked, and, in fact, her actions were only a matter of time. Jade added that Stratton has not yet experienced the full force of her hatred, and hinted that she is ready to do everything possible to take away Tiffany's championship title. Tiffany, impressed by Jade's confident stance, tried to get into a fight, but the tension was building to the limit. The two women began to exchange violent remarks and threaten each other, creating excitement among the audience. But before the situation turned into a physical conflict, the guards quickly intervened, separating both sides with a previous effort to prevent an imminent fight. After security calmed the situation, a video appeared on the screen announcing the upcoming match at Saturday night's main event. In this match, Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill will face each other for the WWE Women's Championship. This match has already become one of the most anticipated events of the next show after a tense start. The opening of the show was a memorable moment, full of emotions, tension, and conflict, which set the audience up for a global event. The conflict between Tiffany and Jade promises to be dynamic and exciting, setting high expectations for their upcoming clash at Saturday night's main event. The open challenge for the United States Championship between reigning champion Ilya Dragunov and challenger Nate Fraser became the best event of the show and caused a sensation among fans. This clash not only became a demonstration of outstanding wrestling, but also allowed both wrestlers to demonstrate their skills in tough wrestling and high flying. From the first seconds of the fight, it became clear that Ilya Dragunov had entered the ring with the intention of dominating. His powerful punches, full of speed and enthusiasm, created an atmosphere of tension. Challenger Nate Fraser, not going to give up, used his quick thinking and flexibility, counterattacking with reversals and dexterous techniques. Fraser's variety of combinations and his ability to use pallets to avoid Ilya's powerful attacks made the fight exciting. Ilya continued to attack, delivering hard punches and showing his skill in direct fights. Fraser, however, was distinguished not only by his physical fitness, but also by his strategy. He used his reverse skills to break out of compromising situations and regain the initiative. This exchange of powerful punches and acrobatic maneuvers became the gold standard of the match, which delighted the audience. One of the most memorable moments occurred when Nate was able to unexpectedly perform a magnificent jump from the third rope. The audience couldn't believe their eyes when Nate, using his acrobatic skills, was able to compensate for his opponent's strength and seize the initiative. At the very end of the match, the tension reached its peak. Every mistake could cost not only the fight, but also the title. Ilya was on the verge of defeat, but he managed to focus and sincerely use his signature moves. At the crucial moment, Ilya Dragunov once again demonstrated his strength by successfully using the Torpedo of Moscow, his signature finisher, and then brought Nate on hold, which brought him victory. Ilya Dragunov's victory was the culmination of a tense and memorable match, which turned out to be difficult for both participants. However, after the end of the fight, the DIY team unexpectedly attacked Nate Fraser and his partners in the ring, which led to a violent brawl between the teams. Ilya, as the champion, was forced to step in and separate them, demonstrating the absence of delays and character. At the end of the show, Tama Tonga hinted that he dreams of becoming the next contender for the title. This promises exciting new events in the future. The match between Carmelo Hayes and Keith Wilson was a pleasant surprise on the show, featuring dynamism and an interesting plot. In a short period of time, the wrestlers were able to create an exciting story full of tension and drama. From the very beginning of the fight, it became obvious that Keith Wilson intended to dominate due to his size and strength. He confidently controlled the ring, using strong throws and powerful grapples to try to overwhelm Carmelo. Wilson used every opportunity to demonstrate his physical strength, which added tension to the fight. However, Carmelo Hayes, with his unique athletic abilities, responded to the challenge with temperature, full of speed and agility. He showed wonders of athleticism, confidently dodging the whale's attacks and counterattacking with quick punches and acrobatic maneuvers. The dynamics of their confrontation allowed fans to appreciate the unique styles of both wrestlers. An interesting twist occurred when The Miz intervened in the ring, intending to turn the fight to his advantage. However, his interference in the plans could not stop Carmelo Hayes, who, despite the additional pressure, maintained his concentration and confidence. This became a key moment as Carmelo showed that he is able to withstand not only his rival, but also external threats. The match reached its climax when Carmelo shortened the distance, managing to land his signature finisher, the perfect net breaker. He held Keith Wilson to 3, ending the match with an impressive victory. This moment became a great point in the duel, leaving the audience in awe. The duel between Carmelo Hayes and Keith Wilson was one of the highlights of the show, giving all participants the opportunity to showcase their talents. The combination of strength and athleticism, as well as intriguing interventions, made him unforgettable. The match between Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, which took place on the last show, was one of the most disappointing moments of the evening. The expectations of the fans were high due to the fact that the rivals have a long history of confrontation, but the reality of the match left much to be desired due to its one-sided nature and lack of dynamics. From the very beginning, it became obvious that Nia Jax, due to his size and physical strength, holds the advantage in the duel. She confidently started the match with powerful attacks, using her weight and strength to overwhelm Alexa. On top of that, Nia showed confidence in her every move, which created the feeling that the outcome of the duel was a foregone conclusion. Alexa Bliss, despite her agility, tried to resist Nia's dominance with jumps and kicks. However, her attempts were unsuccessful, and she often found herself trapped in Nia's strong grips. Every attempt by Alexa to escape from the enemy's wrath seemed futile. Over time, the match did not change its character. The wrestlers showed a standard minimum of techniques, and the audience became more and more bored. Nia continued to control the ring, while Alexa tried to find her place in the match. As a result, Alexa had to catch the moment when Nia flew into the turnbuckle and Alexa gave her a drop kick and hold her to 3. It was a disappointing end for everyone present because the number of exciting moments and high-quality action did not meet expectations. This match was probably the weakest on the show, leaving a memorable feeling of incompleteness. Despite Nia Jax's physical dominance, the lack of highlights, tension, and meaningful interactions did not satisfy the fans. But the confrontation is not over. The tag team match between Motor City Machine Guns, MCMG, and the MFD team, consisting of Tama Tonga and JC Mateo, became one of the most exciting events on the show. Both teams are professionals in their field with extensive experience in the team division, and the match met the expectations of the fans, capturing their attention from the very first minute. From the very first moments, it became clear that MCMG was ready to show all their best techniques. The perfect teamwork manifested itself in the way they performed double kicks, acrobatic flights, and joint techniques, which instantly won the favor of the audience. Their every move was precise and practiced, which allowed the team to demonstrate their high level of skill. On the other hand, MFD also confidently entered the match. Tama Tonga and JC Mateo used Gila techniques, distracting the referee and creating advantages for their team. They demonstrated excellent cooperation, combining their strength and athleticism with cunning and tricks. MCMG, with its extensive experience, anticipated many of the enemy's interventions and did everything possible to offset their effect. However, despite the efforts, the referees eventually got distracted, which allowed the MFD to successfully attack MCMG from behind. This led to the decisive moment of the match, the retention and victory of the MFD. After the match ended, there was an unexpected twist. The MFTS started beating up the losers. At that moment, Rey Fenix and Shinsuke Nakamura ran out to help MCMG, but the forces were clearly not equal. MFD demonstrated their power and dominance, creating a tense atmosphere in the ring and leaving the audience waiting for future clashes. This match was an exciting combination of skill between the two teams, which made it one of the highlights of the evening. MCMG demonstrated perfect teamwork, while MFD used cunning and dexterity to gain the victory. At the show's finale, a long, awaited moment took place. The signing of a contract for a match between reigning WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and challenger Drew McIntyre. Both wrestlers entered the ring with a clear desire to prove their strength and ability to destroy each other at the upcoming Saturday night's main event this weekend. At first, Drew McIntyre refused to sign the contract, recalling the last clash with Cody, when the fight ended in disqualification due to a title shot. This created unnecessary tension, making the audience feel his dissatisfaction with the current state of affairs. Drew sincerely believed that Cody's behavior was unfair and unworthy of a champion. Cody Rhodes, not wanting to leave the situation unanswered, offered his terms. In case of a countdown or disqualification on SNME, he would automatically lose the title. Nick Aldis, who moderated the signing of the contract, reluctantly accepted the new terms, realizing that the finale of this segment is most important for the show. After signing the contract, Drew used manipulation to mention Cody Rhodes' daughter, which was the trigger for the champion. Cody couldn't resist and decided to attack Drew with the title, but Drew was on guard and dodged. As a result, Drew counterattacked and knocked out Cody Rhodes with his trademark Claymore, which made an indelible impression on the audience. At the end of the segment, Drew McIntyre lifted the undisputed WWE title over the broken table that previously belonged to Cody Rhodes. This moment was not only the highlight of the evening, but also a symbol of his intentions for the upcoming match. This segment was a great end to the show, reinforcing expectations for the upcoming confrontation at Saturday night's main event. Tension, emotions, and provocations have created the perfect atmosphere for the big match that awaits the fans. This segment gets a well-deserved score of 8 out of 10 points due to the skill of both wrestlers and the interesting presentation of the plot.